So, the medical communications department must be cautious when utilizing special websites dedicated to medical affairs. Manufacturers must recognize that legal risks extend beyond overt sales promotion. Drug and device manufacturers obviously face significant challenges in insurance compliance, particularly when using platforms aimed at healthcare professionals, but also when they are actually accessed by broader audiences, including non scientists. Here are some risks to consider. If you like this type of content, please like, subscribe, share. It really helps the channel. One of the most substantial risks is inappropriately promoting off label uses. As highlighted by the Facteau case, any communication that could be interpreted as intended to promote an off label use may lead to legal consequences. In Facteau, the executives of Accelerant were prosecuted for marketing a device beyond its FDA approved use. Even though the device had FDA clearance for a specific purpose, the company's communications regarding another use led to violations under the Food, Drugs, and Cosmetics Act. This case underscores the importance of clearly defining the device's intended use and avoiding promotional statements that could be construed as endorsing unapproved applications. Now, another risk actually involves improper audience targeting. While the FDA encourages patient engagement, medical communications departments must ensure that specialized medical affairs websites are not inadvertently targeting patients or the general public. These platforms are typically intended for healthcare professionals and are therefore under the scientific discussion safe harbor. This website should therefore not be a vehicle for broad public dissemination of information, else they may be rendered to be promotional in nature. So, if the content is too accessible or appears to speak to non scientists, the FDA may actually go, you know what, we see this as problematic, particularly if off label uses are implied. Now, creating a separate patient engagement page could mitigate this risk and allow medical affairs to focus solely on scientific and professional audiences. Then there are recent regulatory guidances such as the CFL and the SIUU Guidance, as well as the Supreme Court decision in Loper Bright, and that may provide some additional cover for manufacturers. However, this does not remove all risks. This new legal framework may influence how off label communications are viewed, but companies should not rely on them as a blanket protection. The GSK settlement for $3 billion over misbranding and off label promotion
OMG.
is a sobering reminder that even when companies believe that they're in compliance, they may still face hefty penalties if the FDA finds any non compliant communications. When setting up medical affairs websites, companies must scrutinize their communications to perfectly align with FDA regulations. Misbranding, off label use promotion, and audience misalignment can all result in fines, recalls, and legal action. The stakes are particularly high for manufacturers who may face not only financial penalties, but also damage to their reputation and relationships with regulatory bodies.
Check this
To
out.
navigate these risks, manufacturers should seek legal counsel to review their communication strategies and ensure compliance with both existing and evolving regulations. The Kulkarni Law Firm helps with regulatory compliance for pharmaceutical and medical device companies. Reach out to us today.